This lesson is an introduction to the equation of a line in the plane. In order for an equation to be the equation of a line, it has to satisfy two properties. The first of these properties is that it has to have two variables, usually x and y. Having said that, for a few special cases, the equation has actually only one variable, and we'll get to that later. But usually, we'll have two variables. The second property is that no exponents other than 1 can be on the variables. So let's look at a few examples to solidify this idea. For the first example, let's look at y equals x squared plus 4. Does it satisfy the first property? Well, we have the two variables x and y, so yes, it satisfies the first property. What about the second property? Y has the exponent of 1. In fact, anytime your variable, it doesn't look like it has an exponent, it actually has a 1 there that we just don't usually write. So y has the exponent of 1, and x also has the exponent of 1. So we have no exponents other than 1 on the variables, so this is in fact a line. Let's look at another example. How about 3x plus 5y equals 1/2? Now let's go through the two properties again. First of all, this equation does have two variables, x and y, and the power on x is 1 and the power on y is 1. So again, this is another example of a line. Over the next few videos, we'll be learning about how to graph lines in the plane. Note that every line in the plane corresponds to an equation. You can draw any line in the plane, and then there's an equation that goes with that line. You have to be careful though, because in math, when we say line, what we really mean is straight line, like this. We don't mean a line that's curvy like this. We call that a curve. Anytime we say line, we mean straight line. So for instance, if we drew this straight line in the plane, that would have the equation y plus x equals 2. Or if we drew this line in the plane, that would have the equation y equals 3x minus 1. Now it may look like magic right now how we're getting those equations, but by the end of the next few videos, you'll be able to find those equations for yourself. And another thing you'll be able to do is, given these equations, you'll be able to draw out the graph of those equations. You'll be able to find the line in the plane that corresponds to those equations.